And we're going to show you our incredible off-grid traveling home.
We're going to give you a tour of our uniquely renovated floor plan and see how we do it with 2 kids and 3 dogs.
We're going to prove to you that we're not actually that crazy, and you may just want to do this too.
We're parked here in Paradise to not only show you our home, but to show you how this amazing off-grid life works for our family. Starting off in the front, this is probably the most popular area during the daytime because of this dinette's versatility. We can pop it down to couch mode or even bed mode when we have guests on board. And when we're on the road, this is also where we buckle in Evie and Olaya's car seats, thankfully with a direct view of the living room TV. And lastly, we built custom storage below to fit any additional kitchen accoutrements.
Across from the dinette, not only do we have HD access to Mickey Roadster racers, but we also have a full residential style kitchen. Our kitchen came with a ton of storage space. It's really shocked us how much we were able to have here. We love our huge split sink that has covers, perfect for hiding those 3-day-old dishes. I love to cook, so having a 3-burner gas stove and oven has been a game changer. Last but not least is this wood pop-up Blake made for me, which makes our total counter space just under 9 feet. Just on the other side behind the dinette is our apartment-sized fridge and a little bay portrait.
And moving to the very front, aka the driving area, we also find many uses for this space, including our corner office with a view. One of the best features of these captain's chairs is that they can swivel to add extra seating to the living space. This is definitely our cozy morning coffee spot. Even more, these chairs can fold and we reveal our drop-down secret guest bed at the press of a button. This doesn't even count as one of our 3 bedrooms, so in other words, you can be our guest. And before we show you those bedrooms, let's take a second and hop outside. A huge benefit to living in a Class A RV is the massive amount of storage you have in compartments beneath the rig. You can also see we have a second entrance at the rear, as well as where our pop-outs are on either side. From paddle boards to strollers to extra dry goods, these compartments give us more space than we need to pack a full-time setup. Plus, these full-length awnings make being outside a lot more comfortable.
Back inside, we've shown you the front. Now let's head to an essential part in the middle. This door opens up where the toilet and sink are. If you open it all the way, it closes behind you and magnetizes right there to the wall, closing this off. On the other side, we have the door that closes off the baby's room, and it also closes off the rest of the hallway. It clicks locked, and now you have a full bathroom. I can stretch out my arms, go in the shower, come out, grab my towel, come here, do my little skincare routine, and it's all one big bathroom.
Let's talk bedrooms. First up, we have Olaya's nursery, which actually used to be the designated primary bedroom in the rig, but we removed the bed and built a crib accompanied by all her fits and toys. And we still use this giant hatch for seasonal clothing storage. The platform above has evolved into our learning time / school area during the day. We want to provide world schooling for our kids in order to see history and understand culture. And as they are still too young for traditional school, we love that we have the space to provide little learning activities. We would say that the biggest benefit to moving Olaya into our old bedroom is the ability we have to close her off completely from outside noise and light. Although living in a moving house introduces a lot of variables, she has been able to stay on a regular napping schedule. Even she would agree.
Let's head upstairs to bedroom number 2, our son's favorite place in the rig. After 2 years on the road, we, alongside many other nomads, are shocked that our kids can have their own rooms despite living tiny. Not only does Evie have the most storage at 6 cabinets to himself, but he also has the best view in the house. See that window up there? That's him. A lot of times we find them both playing up here. What's life without a little sibling takeover? Moving back down to the first floor, we're almost ready to show you our crown jewel. But first,
what's a tour without breaking down our utilities and showing how off-grid life is actually possible? Let's start with power, and we mostly get it from the sun. This is easily the largest upgrade and investment we put into the rig, but it allows us to stay powered everywhere we go, including running the AC. These giant inverters and batteries are where the real magic happens. And if we run into too many cloudy days, this this onboard generator can charge our whole system in less than 3 hours. Next, we have gas. This 30-gallon propane tank supplies our cooktop, barbecue, hot water, and the furnace for really cold temperatures. Next up, water supply, and we can hold 100 gallons. We go through it pretty quick as a family of 4, and that's why we came up with our water transporting system using our Jeep. Between the trunk and the roof rack of the Jeep, we can refill all 100 gallons in one trip. Sure, we have to work a little more for our utilities, but a near zero water and electric bill for 2 years is pretty sweet. And less glorious, we have a 45-gallon black tank, which we have to empty roughly every 3 weeks.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever!
And next up, internet, and we have Starlink. Long story short, we can connect anywhere. Whoa. As for the rig itself, our Thor Outlaw 37RB sits on an F53 Ford chassis with a Triton V10 engine, aka we're not bragging about fuel economy. Speaking of gas, one of the coolest features of our setup includes an auxiliary 30-gallon gas tank with its own pump. If we're far from a gas station or we want to bring cheaper gas into a more expensive state, this has actually saved us a lot of time and money.
Now that you've seen most of our living spaces inside and out, including 2 of our 3 bedrooms, we want to show you everyone's favorite part of our tiny home. When we bought it, the back was an empty toy hauler garage space designed to load off-road vehicles and other equipment. It was a great space, but ultimately didn't feel like home until now. We converted it into the bedroom of our dreams. Blake worked some long, cold hours turning it into our ideal space. So much was done, including making a Murphy bed from scratch, installing and customizing 4-season doors, and most importantly, installing an efficient and powerful gas heater so that this back area was actually livable in anything below 60 degrees. Of course, we had to include some luxuries like a full dresser, and right above that, an entertainment space that can also hide away. We also added a fresh water dispenser, which we use for drinking and cooking water. Plus, it comes with a coffee maker. We're just missing the creamer. Not to mention, we also have an ice maker. This space has come such a long way from an industrial garage with metal plating and rubber floors to the boho beach-facing bedroom of our dreams.
There's still one more thing we want to show you, and it actually sits behind our bedroom. The balcony. The ramp door on the back closes halfway while wraparound gates lock into position. Having this feature has simply made family nomadic life that much easier and enjoyable. And we've actually devised several uses for it. First, being an extension of our living space where we can sit or relax. Second, while we're busy but don't want to rely on screen time for the kids, this is an awesome inside-outside play area. Third, and probably most frequent, it's used for the puppers. Living in a tiny space, the shaded doggy deck has been nothing short of a game changer. The best is when they can dry off from playing in rivers, lakes, and in this case, oceans. And lastly, its intended use, lowering the ramp to the ground to load and unload vehicles, which we have done at various points in our travels. This is for sure Evie's favorite part of packing up.
Over the last 2 years, this Home on Wheels has given us the opportunity to live out our dreams, and we hope it inspires you to take whatever leap you've been holding on to. Thanks for watching, and who knows, maybe next time our tour won't be in this rig.